안녕하세요, 아스트로입니다.
Hey, what's up, Seekers? Wanugee with GoldenDragonFortunes, your K-Rap Psychic. And today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be looking at a group, a boy group that a lot of people like. And I've had a request from some of you to look into them, and it's Astro. Yep, the 6-member boy group, Astro. So, Aroha, are you welcome in? Come on in, Aroha. You want to know more about them? Then here we go.
We're going to look at the future. The more we know, the more we nurture using Mah Jong Tiles. Energy profiles flowing out from today help us see the way.
안녕하세요, 여러분. 이라시마세, minasan. Welcome, mabuhay. Welcome, everybody. Come on in. We're going to be looking at the 6-member boy group called Astro. Now they debuted in 2016, and so they've been around for about 4 years. I had some requests from an Aroha to ask about Astro, and so we're going to do something that I don't normally do. We're going to look at the group and see what my Mah Jong Tiles, I'm going to use my Mah Jong Tiles this time, and see what they say about the group moving forward. Because normally I do it by individuals, because each individual has their own energy, and they have their own path, even though they're part of a group. We're going to look at Astro in general, since there's a subunit, and they're just coming out right now with their new album, Out. And this is with Moonbin and Sanha. We'll look at that. We'll look at the subgroup and see how that works out, how that new album goes, how the subgroup goes, and then we'll look at also the other 4 members that aren't part of that subgroup and see what's going on with their future. So we'll look at the Astro group, the subgroup, and then the 4 members that aren't part of the subgroup and see what's going on for them. So you ready, Arohas? All right, here we go. So this first line here is going to be just Astro in general, roughly over the next year or so. And let's see what the tiles say. So we're going to start from the center, kind of work outwards, and see how things progress over time. So I'm going to just work very fast, and I'm not going to show you all the tiles because it's just going to take too long. But it says there's going to be some new creativity that's coming out here in the next 2 or 3 months, probably from the subgroup, that that gives them a little bit of chance, the rest of the group, to kind of relax and be comfortable about things, as the subgroup is doing. Moonbin and Sanha is going to not Sana, but Sanha. So as they kind of release their album and do their promotions and what have you. So it says there's going to be some, creativity for part of the group, and maybe some relaxation for the other part of the group, and some flexibility, some ability to be flexible and adapt to these different changes. It says there's going to be something new that's going to be coming out, though, probably in about 3 to 6 months from Astro, it seems, as a group. And this is going to maybe provide maybe some healing, or maybe some misunderstandings, or allow them to kind of put some things behind them that were disappointing, and maybe feel like new things are opening up and possibilities are kind of opening up. But this is probably 3 to 6 months from now, so it's probably end of the new year, beginning of the new year, roughly, maybe a little bit in the first part of 2021. And as you go out a little farther, it says that that's going to be kind of a way that they're going to maybe settle in and kind of see how things have kind of matured for the group. Going out, this is going to be probably about 5 years, that their 5-year anniversary, that they're going to be seeing things, seeing themselves more maturely, seeing that the group has evolved and changed, and that if they're honest with themselves, they can kind of see where they are and where they're going to go, and have a better idea of themselves as a group and with each other. And it says that's going to lead to some type of decision or choice that's probably going to happen about a year from now. So maybe this is late summertime, where there's going to be some key goal or objective that is going to be part of that mix, and there's going to be some decision or choice about how to maybe reach that goal or objective. So I'm not sure what that goal or objective is. I don't know if that's going to be something that they're trying to accomplish together, or maybe things are starting to unravel after 5 years. We'll see. But it's about a year from now. Things are going to be, maybe a key decision is going to be coming up. It's going to be important to Astro in their future. So that's what the general tiles say for Astro. So let's look at Moonbin and Yoon Sanha and see what their how their subunit is going to be, because I think they're launching as we speak in Korea their new MV. It's a new extended play LP, or I mean EP, and I think it's got 5 songs on it. So I kind of saw the sneak preview. Maybe it's here, and some of the songs sound pretty good. I mean, to my ears, but we'll see. And you know, Moonbin and Sanha, they're pretty young. I mean, I think Sanha is the youngest of the group. He was born in 2000, and Moonbin is 98 liner. So you know, they're kind of the younger part of the group. So I'm wondering what's going on with the older group members. But let's look at the subunit, and it says that let's start from here. It says that it's really going to be up to them to make things happen, and it's going to be challenging for them. It's not going to be easy because there's just a lot of out there, a lot of competition, a lot of you know, they're not a top tier group. I mean, they're, you know, in the pack, but they're, you know, they're not in the very top echelons. And so it's going to be really up to them, their effort to make things happen and to make the most of it, because there's going to be some challenges. It's not going to be easy for them. And it says that there's going to be some type of decision or choice that might be helpful or good. I don't know if that's maybe something, it seemed like it might be successful, so maybe they're going to get something that comes out of it. I don't know if that's a win on one of those shows or what, but it seemed to suggest that something, a decision or choice comes up that makes things a little bit more successful after their hard work and effort in promoting. And that kind of gets them on the map a little bit more, and it says that maybe more people learn about them and know about them and the subgroup, and that might bring some more success, maybe some more positive things. You know, later in the year, I don't know if they're going to do another single or what, but it seemed like maybe, you know, there's going to be a delayed reaction, almost like there's something good that happens and kind of gives them another spark down the road. And this is you know, probably a little later in the year, and so that's going to make them very happy and very hopeful about the future. Maybe the subunit, or maybe just in general for Astro, to get that notoriety and get that recognition, a little bit of it. It's going to make them happy and make them hopeful. So that's what it says for the subunit, Moonbin and Yoon Sanha. So now let's look at the other members and see what's going on for them for the next year. And we're going to go by seniority. So we'll take the oldest member. So that's represented here. We're going to look at MJ, Kim Youngjin, and see what's going on with him. He's a 94 liner. He's the oldest member of the group. So, you know, he's a few years older than most of the other members. And that's what the tiles say for him as far as his future. Seems like there's going to be some type of feeling like maybe this, you know, he's the main vocalist, but it seems like there's going to be a feeling that maybe this subunit gets the Astro's mojo kind of going again, and that maybe there's something that may make him feel like there's a chance to revitalize the group a little bit, get some energy going, and then maybe that, I don't know if there's going to be another subunit or, you know, something he's working on, but it says there's going to be a kind of, or maybe there's something about his personal life, but it says there's going to be kind of some type of relationship or partnership that's going to be influential in the next 3 months. And it kind of gives him a feeling like he can kind of rise again and kind of reinvent himself a little bit in some way. I'm not sure if it's personally or professionally, but it seems to suggest that. And it says that, it seems to say that maybe he might be interested maybe in some creative expression that makes him happy, or that there may be actually a person, a female energy, a young woman, that may be part of this idea of a relationship or a partnership. So maybe he's, you know, he's 26, 27 in Korean age, I guess, and he's maybe thinking a little bit more about his future. And there may be somebody there, you know, it suggests that maybe there's some energy that could be that way. I mean, you know, it could be, you know, the subunit. It could be maybe some ideas that he has, you know, professionally. But there's a good chance there may be something that may be personal, that maybe gets his attention. and that maybe he wants to pursue to make himself happy. I mean, I don't know what Fantagio's rules are about that, but it seems like that might be possible. And it says there's going to be some positive things that happen. Probably next year, the spring of next year, there's going to be some positive things that happen for him. And the more honest he is with himself, the more clarity he has about what to do and how to move forward in his career and his life. And he's going to be doing something a little bit unexpected. Probably by next summer, around this time, a year from now, he's going to be doing something unexpected by middle of 2021, because he wants to pursue his own happiness to do it. So he wants to do something that makes him happy, and it may come up in surprising ways in how he actually does it. So interesting. That's what it says for MJ. And so the next person we're going to do is the leader. I think he's the next oldest, Jinjin. Jinjin, Park Jin-woo. He's the leader and a 96 liner. And so let's see what the tiles say for him over the next year as well. It says that there's going to be, he's kind of adapting to, the situation of the subunit, and he kind of feels like the energy is starting to shift and change, maybe in his agency or where he spends his time. But if he's honest with himself, he kind of understands what that might mean. So things are changing and shifting, obviously with the subunit, and he's just trying to figure out, as the leader of the group, the overall group, what that means. Maybe he has some ideas. I seem to say that maybe he's also, I don't know if he's, doing some writing or trying to create some music as well. I'm not sure if he's done that before, but I seem to say that he may be thinking about doing something that's written, that has written communications on it, or has a factor of written communications, and that it's group oriented. And it's a kind of way to kind of bring together kind of a common goal, a team effort to make things happen, and in a busy way. So maybe he's maybe planning some things in that area to maybe contribute to the next, album or group activity they may do. But this is probably 3 to 6 months from now, when it really kind of gets pulled together better on that realm. And it says that there's going to be, as he starts getting into the new year more, there's going to be some nicer energy that shows up. Some creative energy is going to show up. He's going to feel there's nicer energy that he can express himself, and there's going to be something nice that comes out comes out in his life and his career, maybe for Astro as a leader. Probably in the second quarter of next year, so it will probably be about April, May, or June, around that time frame, that maybe it comes out, and that's going to give him and maybe Astro maybe a sense of relief or sense of letting go of some past disappointments and trying to make things happen and move forward. And so, because it's a really nice thing, and it says that it's going to fit his goals and objectives as the leader of the group, and maybe as Astro in general. It's going to kind of be concurrent with his goals, and that therefore may have some clear objectives and accomplishments that may be available with some nicer energy. And it's going to give him an opportunity to let go again and do some emotional healing as he's kind of moving through at that time. And then it says that there's going to be something new that's going to happen in his life. Again, it's going to be probably about a year from now. It may involve creativity and a nice aesthetic value to it and his career, but there also could be something that may have a female energy that may be part of it, that kind of opens up his eyes to the possibilities. So I'm not exactly sure if it's just the creative part, but it's kind of a female energy which represents creativity and feminine beauty and a nice aesthetic, and maybe an actual person. That maybe something new is happening about a year from now for Jinjin. So that's interesting too. I don't know. They both have something maybe coming up here. Cha Eun Woo, and we did a reading for him about 18 months ago with my colleagues Mei and Jasmine. that there's something new that's going to be coming up here that's going to occupy a lot of his time in the next 4 to 6 weeks. The Fa shows up, like Ganghae Facho or Gongsi Fasai. Something new is coming for him, and it kind of makes him think a little bit more deeply about what he wants, what his long-term plans are. He's going to be doing a lot of thinking about that, maybe pursuing to this new thing coming up in the next 4 to 6 weeks. And then about 2 months from now, he's going to be something surprising comes up where he's going to be busy talking, communicating. I don't know if that's going to be on shows or otherwise, variety shows, but it seems like there's a lot of communications going to be emphasized, and there's something surprising comes up after that, maybe part of that process. And it seems to say that is going to lead him to in about 3 months or so to be feel stronger about his ability to make things happen, and he might travel or change location or do something about location change. Or maybe land on property around 90 days from now or so. So this is probably March or April of 2019. And then about, right after that, about 4 or 5 months from now, there's going to be, we'll get to pick up a tile. He gets a bonus tile. So,
oh yeah, it's flowers.
So maybe why don't you pick a tile first?
Okay, cool. Let's do this one.
Okay. So it says that there's going to be a little bit of a problem because some of the new things that maybe he thought was starting to happen by around this time seem to be, the timing's a little bit off and it's not quite happening the way he thought. And it seemed like he's going to have to plant some seeds. It's going to take more time. So he has to be the farmer and kind of plant some seeds and see if it kind of grows into something down the road, maybe in the fall or a little bit later. And maybe it seems to suggest that that's when there's going to be success. So it's a little bit of a obstacle for him because it's not the timing and time frame that he wants. But he's going to be nonetheless talking and meeting, communicating to help move things along. And then it says there's going to be a key partnership or relationship that he might be emphasizing in about 5 months, so May, June or something like that of 2019, and that leads him to just make a decision or choice to open a new door. So I don't know if that's a collab or some new thing that he's doing in his acting, but it seems like a new door is opening up based on decision then. And then we get to pick another tile for him. So Jasmine, you get another tile. Okay, and so in a sense, in about 6 months from now, he's going to realize this is around the summertime or so that there's a lot of options and choices that may be available to him that he's aware of for toward the end of the year, maybe toward the 4th quarter, maybe in October through December, and he feels that that's going to give him strength in his career to make things happen, and he's going to start to be very busy toward the late summer, early fall. And that's going to help kind of overcome some of the disappointment maybe he had a few months earlier, the things that try to work out the way he wanted to, or the timetable he wanted to. So anyway, that's what it says. So let's ask about his career a little bit, and maybe you guys can help me out.
Yeah.
And then we'll ask about his love life. So that's what we told, that was the fortune we did, the quick fortune we did for Cha Eun Woo. It was early in 2019, so about a year and a half ago. And did it come true? You Arohas, you would know. Did some of that come true? Let me know. Make some comments if you saw something that came true based on those predictions. But let's see what's going on now moving forward for Cha Eun Woo, which his real name is Yi Dong-min, or Lee, or Dong-min, but in Korean it's Yi Dong-min. So that's his real name, even though he's known as Cha Eun Woo. So I don't know why he gave up his real name for a kind of a full fake name instead of just kind of a stage name, like, I don't know, super handsome or something. But anyway, he did. But let's see what the tiles say for him moving forward over the next year. And so here we go. It says that he might be doing something new and creative and creativity. It also could represent maybe something that has to do with a partner or somebody, a female. So I don't know if that's an acting role or something like that, but there's some creative energies for him that's going to be developing here. And there may be a kind of a location thing element to it. So don't know if he has to be on set and be somewhere different, or he's doing something in his acting career, which is pretty, he's acted quite a bit. He's done Handsome Tigers recently, and then a few years ago he did My Idea is Gangnam Beauty, in which he was the main actor in that role. So, you know, he's got a lot of acting chops, I guess, and experiences. So there may be something, you know, happening now that's developing. And it turns out that it may turn into, says that there's going to be something that maybe starts now in the fall, but I don't know if it's kind of pointing to maybe later, maybe all the way into next fall. But there's going to be some kind of travel or land and property or location element to it. And there may be a key partnership or relationship that may be part of that process as he moves forward over the next 6 months. That's what the tile seems to suggest. And it's nice energy. It's something good for him. And it says that that's going to maybe meet, maybe as you kind of go into next year, into the springtime, some of his goals or objectives are going to become more clear and maybe more available to him, and maybe he can accomplish them. And it seems like it's a creative thing, something creative that he wants to do again. So I don't know if that's musically or in his acting career, but it seemed like a goal is going to be met or achieved that has to do with his creative talents, probably in the spring. And that's going to lead him to something new, a new commitment a year from now. About a year from now, he's going to be committed to something new for him. So I don't know if he's, you know, maybe going his own path, you know, with launching from Astro and doing more of that. You know, we'll have to see what happens next year, but it seems like there's some changes that may be happening, kind of possibilities that may be happening with Astro. And Cha Eun Woo is, you know, probably the most famous and popular member of Astro with all his acting talents. So there may be something new that he's going to be doing, and that you know, has a progression here. But certainly by a year from now, it's going to be pretty obvious that he's doing something new that he's committed to. And then the last one is that we haven't done yet is Rocky, and he's one of the youngest. So Rocky's real name is Park Min Hyuk. He's I think a 99 liner, so he's the second youngest, and he's kind of the main dancer. So let's see what the tile say for him. It says that he just has to be kind of flexible and adaptable. There may be some surprises that come up that he wasn't fully expecting here in the next 3 months, so he has to be flexible and adaptable to that. It says that there's going to be maybe some nicer energy that's going to be showing up probably in the first of 2021, first quarter. He knows about it maybe, you know, a little bit sooner, maybe toward the end of the year. But it seemed like new things may be opening up and developing for him in the first quarter of 2021. But it's kind of, so he knows about it, so it's kind of moving slower than he wants to. It's kind of moving slowly, but in the right direction. And there's going to be some positive things that happen for him in early 2021 that may be good for him and have a little bit of success for him. And then he's going to be doing a lot of thinking here, a lot of looking at the long term, his long-term plans for his future, trying to find something that has some intrinsic value that he can kind of work on and develop it. You know, maybe that's going to be something that he feels is going to allow him to let go of some things about life in his career that haven't been quite perfect for him. So he's kind of taking a long-term view and kind of being a little more philosophical, even though he's young. He's only what, 21 or something like that, 99 liner. But so he's looking at what is the long-term plan for himself, or he will be next spring. And it says that you know, he's going to have to be really flexible and adaptable. Maybe that emphasizes his dance, but it seems like flexible and adaptable is going to be important for him next summer. And there may be something, you know, the more honest he is with himself, he's going to have some clarity about what to do and how to move forward in his life and his career in the second half of 2021, about a year from now. So that's what it says for Astro, for the members of Astro, both as a group, as the subunit, and some of the individuals. You know, and then I think somebody asked, you know, like, you know, these guys are so talented. Why aren't they, you know, why aren't they better known? Why aren't they more successful? I think part of it is their agency. You know, just to be, you know, I don't know all the details, but Vantaggio, you know, was formed I think in 2008, and you know, then they this group Astro kind of debuted in 2016. But at that same time, in 2016, a new investor company bought into the company and got, I think, about 31% of the company, and they kicked out the founding CEO. They fired him. So there was a lot of change going on, just as Astro was trying to debut and make things happen. A lot of the change was going on at the agency that they work at, which also has a girl group called WeChat. So Astro and WeChat are the two main groups, but they have other divisions that are about acting, and they have another solo singer, and so they have different parts of it. But this Korean branch of this Chinese company, LC Group, I think. Anyway, bought into to Fantagio, the agency, in 2016, right when Astro was trying to launch and debut, and that disrupted things. So that was part of the issue. And then Moonbin, he was injured for a while, so there was a little hiatus, maybe 8 months that Astro, couldn't be a group. And of course, Cha Eun Woo has his acting schedule, so that maybe had to be fit into the plans. And then 2020, this year, in April, that group that bought into Fantagio sold it. So they're one of the main shareholders. They sold it, 31% of the company, Fantagio, to another group, another kind of advertising group. So this has just happened earlier this year, and so that may have been a little bit disruptive. And so I think part of the thing that's going on is that maybe because of all the disruptions over the last 4 years with the agency, there hasn't been good, consistent promotion and creative growth and and support of the group. Because Astro, WeChat, I mean, they're if you look at the brand reputation charts, Astro, the top 30 brand reputations for all groups, boy or girl group, they're like in the middle of the pack. They're number 16. This is just in this August. Maybe it'll go up, with the subunit, but they're kind of in the middle of the pack. So, and the WeChat is probably even less. And so, they don't have a lot of recognition, promotion, and success. It's a very competitive industry, but I think part of it has to do with all the disruptions going on with the parent agency. And that's probably why they're not as well known, they're not as well promoted, and they're not as well loved and liked like some of you Arohas. Love them. So that's my explanation for it. But I could be wrong. I mean, maybe you guys have some opinions or thoughts. Make some notes down below and let me know, and give me some feedback. So anyway, that's all for now. Like and subscribe, ring the bell, put us on social media, and share it. Let me know if the reading we did a year and a half ago for Cha Eun Woo, if some of that came true, because I can't follow it all. We're gonna have some. If you want to know about a group or an individual, an idol, you want to know more about them, or you want us to do something, to look at their future, we will. I don't know if we can make a video for everybody, because that's a big investment, but if you want to know how you're compatible with an individual or K-pop idol, or how two individuals that you follow are compatible, then you have to like and subscribe, and let me know you did that, and then just tell me if it's for you. Then let me know your birth information, the hour, the day, the month, the year, the city, country of birth, and we'll give you a compatibility analysis of you and that idol, if you like and subscribe, because it takes time for me to do this, so you have to take time to like and subscribe. Or if you want to just look at two idols and see how they're compatible, your favorite this one and your favorite that one, again, like and subscribe, and then I'll let you know, in the comments below. So anyway, we appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Rojas, good luck to you. Good luck to Astro. And until next time, we're going to wish you all good fortunes.
I'm your K-rap psychic. Try me twice, you'll like it. My name is Wanugee. OGs call me Wanugee. I'm a wise fortune teller and a really mellow fella. Ask me about your favorite idol. See their future, see what's vital.